So the one who's going to present the project is the team lead of Malaria IGEM team, and is going to just in a minute introduce himself as they're projecting the slides.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Eric. I'm Emmanuel from Malaria University. I'm pursuing a bachelor's degree in biomedical laboratory technology. Thank you. We are the Malaria University IGEM team, and we have come up with a project which we are working upon and hoping to present in the next year's IGEM international competition. Next slide. Our project is the use of Azadirachta Indica oil, which is obtained from Azadirachta plant, commonly known as the neem plant in Uganda here, for malaria prevention by repelling the mosquitoes. We came up with this project because we know very well Azadirachta plant contains some phytochemicals which repel mosquitoes and reduce on the sensitivity of mosquitoes towards the carbon dioxide which is produced by the human body and the lactic acid obtained from the human body. That's why we came up with this project, such that we can see how best we can work with it and bring out something which can be essential and beneficial to our country and to the whole world at large. Okay, the problem which we are facing. Uganda, in the whole world, it is holding almost the 6th position among the countries with the highest deadly fever, which is global. And each of the 1,000 people you meet in Uganda, at least 478 of these people are being infected with malaria, which is being caused by the mosquitoes. This problem has been brought about by the increased levels of mosquitoes in the rural areas where we are staying, and also maybe lack of enough preventive measures. So, in Uganda, malaria is accounting for 20 out of 100 people. The patients who are in hospitals, we find that out of the 100 patients bedridden in hospitals, 20 of them are being infected with malaria. That's giving us a percentage which is 25% of the people in hospitals and also 27% of the whole population of our country. Malaria infection rate currently, according to the World Health Organization, the African region is the highest region being infected with malaria. And it accounts for 94% of the Africans, according to 2019. 94% of Africans are being killed by malaria as a disease. And these high rates of the infections are seen majorly in Uganda, because Uganda is a tropic and many people are being infected with malaria. When you're infected with malaria, it puts you in danger of death, especially when it finds you when you're like a pregnant mother or babies. They are highly infected with malaria. The causes of malaria, majorly, currently, it is a parasite known as Plasmodium is the one which causes malaria. And this malaria is being spread highly by the mosquitoes. The types of Plasmodiums which we have currently, we have Plasmodium falciparum, Plasmodium vivax, Plasmodium ovale, Malaria, and Knowlesi. But majorly in Uganda, what causes malaria, it is the Plasmodium type known as Plasmodium falciparum. The current solution for malaria infection, it is through the use of mosquito nets. But these mosquito nets have got their own problems. If you're using the mosquito net, there are some challenges which you'll meet. Take an example. At night when you're sleeping under the mosquito net, you'll find yourself getting close in contact with this net, and you'll finally get the bites of the mosquito. This mosquito net can get torn. When it gets torn, it's hard to repair this mosquito net. Another challenge with the mosquito nets, some houses, mostly the grass-thatched houses in the villages, as you know very well, Uganda, it's an upcoming country, like second world country. We have very many homes which are of grass thatched, and their construction is not as tall as you may think. they are somehow short. Now it becomes a biggest challenge for you to raise this mosquito net in such a house. It is always a challenge for you. And maybe another thing, the insecticides which are included in these mosquito nets to kill the mosquitoes that are coming near the net. These insecticides, at times, they also have some effects to people. There are some people who are allergic to the scent they produce, or maybe even the contents which are in these insecticides. Some people are allergic to them, and they get reactions. So you find yourself when it's not a good measure of preventing these mosquitoes. So, what's our approach? As Makerere University IGEM team, we decided to come up with an approach of preventing mosquitoes. Instead of treating malaria, which has already infected you, we decided to say, let's prevent mosquitoes instead of treating malaria. How? Our oil, which we shall be extracting from Azadirachta Indica plant, we are hoping to incorporate it into a diffuser. This diffuser we are hoping to manufacture, it's a diffuser which is solar-based. Because most of the rural areas are lacking electricity, and most of the diffusers which are on market right now, they are electric-based and very expensive. But our diffuser can be locally made, having a solar system. When the solar traps this solar energy, converts it into electrical energy, which can be stored on these cells. After being stored, then during the time when you want to use it, this diffuser will be having a switch. You turn on the switch, then it produces the other energy which can heat up the oil which is inside the diffuser, and it starts diffusing this oil, which will help to repel away the mosquitoes that are surrounding. This diffuser, we are hoping to have it in a portable format, not a bulky thing, but in a portable format, which even a tourist from outside Uganda can move with when it is a handbag thing. Like when you are somewhere, you just recharge using the sun, the solar energy from the sun, you just recharge. And when during the time, because mosquitoes in Uganda, they start biting people starting from 6 p.m. in the evening. And 6 p.m., there is no way you will be sleeping in the net. The mosquitoes, by all means, they will bite you. So if you have this diffuser, it will be helping you to repel away these mosquitoes such that they don't come in close contact with you. I'm sorry I'm rushing because of the issue of time. Our solution. What's our solution? Our solution, as you are seeing there, it's the extraction of the oil from the neem plant. We shall get the dried seeds of the neem plant and reduce. Okay, how to dry them? We shall use methods of drying to reduce the moisture content. After reducing the moisture content, we crush. After crushing, we keep in an airtight container for a given period of time, as we are hoping to get the oil. And this oil, we are hoping to keep it under room temperature, to manufacture any oil which can be kept under room temperature, which doesn't need special temperatures, bringing in more complications. Okay. Here, I'm trying to explain about the neem plant. What's the neem plant? It has been recognized highly for its unique properties, both against the insects and improving on the health. If you are not using this neem plant for obtaining the oil, it can be used for other purposes. The azadirachtin, which is a complex found in this neem plant, it has been found out that it produces these toxic effects, which enable highly to repel away the mosquitoes. So even if you get this neem plant and just plant it in your compound, it will have some effectiveness of preventing mosquitoes, though the effectiveness will not be as much as when you extract the oil. So the advantages of our innovation: it is cost-effective and environmental friendly. The research we have tried to make about our innovation we are hoping to produce, it will be cost-effective. It is highly specific, because when you have this diffuser inside this room, it will be diffusing, not going beyond the boundaries of this room. But now the present diffusers, some of them, they will diffuse, even they affect other organisms in the ecosystem. You find yourself like they are killing bees or repelling away bees, and yet bees are useful in pollination. And as you know, most of African countries, we are based on agriculture. And if pollination is not taking place, then agriculture is being killed off. So we need like to have something which is highly specific. Then it will be targeting both the rural community and the urban community. People in the urban centers have got electricity, but the urban centers are very few. We have got high rural areas than urban centers where there is no access to electricity. So, but there is access to the sunshine, which can be trapped by the solar panel, converted into electrical energy, and the system working. So, this system of ours, it has a low skin effect to the user because it is not in direct contact with the skin. But there are some repellents, mosquito repellents, which are manufactured in form of cream. You smear them direct to your skin, and you find at times some of them bring about some skin challenges like skin rash. Since our innovation, it is locally based, which means even if the oil gets done in the diffuser, since we are the local people manufacturing it, even if it is to export it, but the oil, we shall have it in plenty because we shall be manufacturing it by our own. We shall not be exporting it. We shall be manufacturing it directly from the neem plant. Now, the challenges as Makerere IGEM team which we are facing. Our IGEM team last participated in any competition, either international or local competition. That was way back in 2018. But the biggest challenge which we have been facing, we have the research projects, many of them, many as you cannot count even. We have a lot of research projects which we have worked upon, which we have researched on, but the biggest challenge to present these projects has been lack of funds. As you know, African governments, they are not highly interested in synthetic biology and research work. So there is no way they will give you support. And you find like since you're students, maybe there is no way you can raise these funds. So that's what has been hindering us from participating in either local competitions or international competitions. But the research projects, we already have them. So here we came up with our participation budget. Just in case, like, since next year we want to participate in the IGEM competitions, we saw that to participate in these competitions, you need to have a budget, whereby you will need like participation fee, travel fee, laboratory work, and the reagents, even if you have not yet presented, but when you are still carrying out your research. So we decided to come up with this budget such that we can obtain maybe the laboratory work, the reagents, the participation, the travel fee, and whatsoever. So, as we members of the community, we have to take action, or else the African population is at the highest risk, because you see mosquitoes are increasing at a high rate because of like presence of stagnant waters which are increasing day and night, not like in the past. In the past, you would find stagnant waters were few, but right now, due to construction work, other forms of work which are taking place, you find like the climate now is favoring more mosquitoes to grow up than in the past. So if we don't take action, we shall be receiving a lot of death, increasing each year. Okay, thank you so much. That's our presentation as IGEM. We are very sorry. We have rushed a lot. Where I have not understood, you can give us questions. We shall be in position of answering. Thank you so much.